Kia ora guys, my name is Brad and I'm going to take you through today a really quick workshop on how to share a 2-minute testimony, a 2-minute story of how God has been at work in your life. And this is a really great tool for sharing faith with friends or family members, or sharing a story of God in ministries or groups that you are a part of. And it's a really simple thing to do. I did this workshop just the other day with a group of 10 teenagers, and all of them came away with a story that they were able to share with their friends or family or in their youth ministry. So if 10 teenagers can do it, then I totally think you guys can do it as well. What you're going to do is first of all grab the workbook that's attached to this. It's on the website. You'll see a link in the description to find that. And I'm going to take you through a really simple structure that can help you to find stories and share stories of God in your life. So there are 5 things to remember when you're constructing a 2-minute testimony. First thing is that it is a specific incident, something that happened to you. Second thing, you've got to remember the 3 magics: when, where, and who. 3 magics are really important to give some context and grounding to where these things happened and who was a part of it. The third thing is it needs to be one power line. A power line is a summary or a takeaway or something that you learnt from your story, and we'll go into that in a little bit. The fourth thing is it needs to be the right length. So too long and you'll start rambling. It'll be a bit hard to follow. So 2 minutes for this story. And finally, it needs to be your story. So this is a story of God at work in your life that happened personally. So there are some questions in the workbook to work through, but I think it would be helpful for me to give a quick example of what a 2-minute testimony looks like. So here we go. It was mid-April 2020. I was at home on a Sunday with my wife Claudia and our 2 small children, Trixie and Ezekiel. And we were stumped. We had no idea how we were going to sit through a live stream church service for an hour with 2 toddlers. How were they going to sit in front of a computer and listen to a 15-minute sermon? How are they going to pay attention during the worship times? We had no idea how we were going to worship at home with our 2 little kids. And to be honest, the first time that we did this together, it was an absolute shambles. We tried to sit down, we tried to get them to pay attention, and to be honest, we ended up just giving them an iPad to have a look at, and we didn't end up worshipping together as a family. The following week, we thought we're going to do worship our way. We're going to do what works for our family, what works for our kids, and what we did is that we got together, we put on some Wren Collective and partied along to some kids songs with our kids. We got together with them and we prayed. We went through a Bible story with them, and all up, it probably took us about 20 minutes to half an hour, and we had an amazing time. It looked nothing like a normal church service, but we worshipped, we explored God's Word, and we prayed together as a whānau at home. And so what I learnt on that Sunday was that worshipping God can be simple and can be exciting. So there we go. Quick 2-minute testimony. Had the 3 magics, had some descriptions, fleshed out the story a little bit, and had that power line right at the end. A really simple way of sharing a story. And so you too can create this. We've all got stories in our lives of God at work, of us experiencing God, of us journeying with Jesus. And so grab that workbook, work through, and I can guarantee you that you will find stories in your own life that are worth sharing. And my wife Claudia has just written up an example of a story herself using this template, and you can have a read through that as well. And if you're up for the challenge, I'd love to get some feedback, love to hear your stories. You can send them back by video or write them out like Claudia did. We would love to hear them, to share them, and to encourage each other by what God is doing and has done in our lives. So bless you all. May you go now to love and serve the Lord as you share the stories of Him at work.